as foster parents, your social worker will come regularly, once a month or so. And so our 9-month-old at the time, or just a day before, 2 days before her 9-month birthday, they were at the house and said, hey, Mom's out there still. We've lost touch with her, but if she should turn up pregnant or anything like that, and there was an issue, would you like us to call you? And my wife immediately said yes, absolutely. It's a sibling. We're on board for that. The very next day, they called us and said, hey, remember that conversation we were having yesterday? And my wife goes, oh no, is she pregnant again? And they said, no, she's not. She had a baby boy this morning. And so my wife immediately said, yes, we'll take him. And it took about 6 days before the state could get everything in order before we could come in and see him. So we did miss the first 6 days of his life. But we've been there every day since. So he was born 13 weeks early, 2 pounds, 2 ounces. We are now 6 months old, 12 pounds, 4 ounces. He's growing, healthy. We've had a bumpy road. We got very, very sick in the middle of it. And so we spent 4 months in the NICU. We were talking with another group of families that spent some time in the NICU, and they summed it up best. Everyone has that one night where you almost lose them. And it's just so hard, but you come back from it and you keep fighting, you keep working. And probably the greatest words that were ever uttered to me at Children's was when a nurse looked at me and said, we thought he'd be sicker. And so we had just transported in from another hospital, and to have her look at us and say we thought he'd be sicker is probably the most hope we'd had in hours that night. Our prior hospital had offered the chaplain to us multiple times, had told us that they'll work hard, but with these types of infections there isn't much they can do. And we came to Children's and they're like, here's what we're going to do. And we thought he'd be sicker, but we're still going to fight it. And 10 days later, out of that, we were making really steady progress, and you just can't ask for better than that.